Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today we've got really exciting news from Canada as well as lots of other updates that you're going to want to know about. And I also have some updates from on board some cruise ships. And so first of all, I would like to welcome all of our Let's Go family members. We are really glad to have you here with us, so thank you. And also welcome to all of you who are new. We're really glad that you found us. If there's anyone who is here who hasn't subscribed yet, we would love it if you would consider subscribing to our channel. We would love to have you in the Let's Go family, and I think that you will find it a very beneficial and a fun place to be. So first of all, I want to let you know that we have got really exciting news from the CDC today. The CDC has lowered the warning level for cruising from a level 4 to a level 3. And I think that this is a huge step forward. It has been a level 4 for quite a while now, and the CDC has lowered it. And part of the reason that they shared was because of the excellent way that the cruise lines are managing COVID on board their ships. And we have seen lots of statistics that indicate that there is much less COVID on the cruise ships than there are on land. And I think that this move by the CDC gives us a lot of hope. It will also help a lot of people that have been listening to that warning and not felt comfortable cruising. It'll help them know that they can go ahead and cruise now as well. So I thought that was a really bright spot and a great announcement. So first of all, the exciting news out of Canada is twofold. First of all, if you saw my Canada video yesterday, I let you know that Canada has been requiring a PCR test to come to Canada, and it needs to be done within 72 hours. Well, they have updated that now, and starting on February 28th, as we move into March 1st, it's going to change so that they will still accept that PCR test done within 72 hours, but they will also accept an antigen test done within 24 hours. That rapid antigen test needs to be, it says it needs to be purchased and administered by a lab, healthcare entity, or telehealth service. That means that those tests that we have been ordering to go on a cruise, like Optum, like from Optum or eMed, those are administered by a telehealth service. And so those will count. I read through lots of information about it, and everything I can find, those will count. And you can still go to like your Walgreens, your CVS here in the United States, or to like a private pharmacy or a, Instacare, all of the places that administer these antigen tests. You can go to any of them. You just cannot do the kind that you buy at the pharmacy, bring home, and do and have it right there. You can't just take it and show it to them that it's negative. And so you need to have ones that you've got those results available. And so I think that this is huge. Canada is also announcing that they are lowering their travel warning for people to come to Canada and to go to other places from a level 4 travel warning to a level 2 travel warning. And so I think that's a huge step forward as well. This is as Omicron lessens and as they get to a point where they feel like they can manage things differently. So I find this news very encouraging, not only for Canada to be able to receive tourists, for their citizens to be able to go back more easily without that 72-hour PCR test, but also it'll make things easier during the cruise season. And I wanted to point out that yesterday I told you where we stand with everything in Canada right now, and I do expect for things to change. And I've got two things I want to tell you about that. First, I mentioned the Arrive Can for Arrive Canada, the website that you have to upload your vaccine information and do everything within 72 hours of coming to Canada. You still need to do that, but as one of our amazing Let's Go family members let me know, there's an app for that. And so I downloaded it to my phone. It's just called Arrive Can, and I have an iPhone. It downloaded really smoothly. I've looked through it. It looks really straightforward just to be able to put in your information and be ready to go. And so I wanted to let you know that. I had a question from someone saying that they were just going to fly into Vancouver, get on a cruise ship, and then get off the ship in Alaska, and did they need to fill that out? Yes. Anyone who is traveling to Canada has to fill that out, and it doesn't matter if you are right now. And like I said, this might change by the time the cruise season hits up there for the Alaska season. But if you're coming by land or by marine vessel or by airplane, however it is you are arriving, you need to fill that out. And so just keep that in mind. That's where we stand. And another thing that I wanted to let you know is every time that I check those COVID health protocols on the Princess website, and I check them a couple of times a day, just trying to catch when they do some updates. Under the thing for sailings out of the United States now, they have just very recently added the little note saying that if you are wondering about the protocols for other destinations, that to keep your eye out, because they are working on those with the health officials in those destinations, and we will be hearing from them soon. And so they are really mindful. Princess knows, as does all the other cruise lines, that everyone wants to know what to expect for Alaska. They want to know what to expect for the UK, for Europe, for everywhere. And so they are working on that. And so I'll just keep my eye out for you. So I just thought that was thrilling news from Canada. The next thing that I wanted to let you know, and you have probably already heard it, but I feel like I want to tell you anyway, is the deal that Carnival and Royal Caribbean are going to start allowing more smoking in their casinos. For Carnival, you need to be seated and playing at a, let's see, what do they call it? At the gaming table or at the slots in order to remove your mask and smoke. It says that the casino bar is still a non-smoking area, as is the rest of the ship. But if you are seated and playing, you can remove your mask and smoke. That is what Carnival has to say. Royal Caribbean says that they are opening some of the smoking areas in their casinos, and so you'll just be able to smoke in those smoking areas of the casino. That's the way Royal Caribbean is going to do it. I am so excited. Today is February 16th, it's Wednesday, and I am really excited because Friday, February 18th, is the day that we have to hear from all of the cruise lines if they're going to opt in to the new CDC cruise ship program. I honestly expect all of them to opt in, and the reason that I think that they will all opt in is because as I have read through everything that the CDC has said about this, even if you do not opt in, even if a cruise line does not opt in and there are very many cases at all on their ship, the CDC can still investigate them. And I have a feeling that they would be even more likely to do it because they wouldn't know what's going on that ship. And so I think that we are going to see all of the major cruise lines opt into that program, probably all of the cruise lines here in the United States that have sailings out of the US. But it will be really interesting, I think, to see like what they choose to do, like what level of ship they decide to run, and if there's like different levels of ships, like all in one company, because you can do that. You can have the ones that are the highest level of excellence where everyone is vaccinated and current on their boosters, clear down to the ones that are not, and then the one right in the middle there. And so that's what's going to be really interesting to see how they manage that as all of this develops. And I find it really interesting to see how it's going to be fun to see how like allowing smoking in the casinos so that people can remove their masks for that works with everything else. So we've got a lot to look forward to, and I'll keep you up to date on it. But I just wanted to let you know that, and Royal Caribbean and Carnival are the only ones that have announced this so far. Royal Caribbean went out of their way to point out that smoking in the casinos is not included on sailings from the UK and from China. And so we'll probably hear more. So these are just their protocols right now for sailings out of the United States. But Holland America and Princess both have not announced that they are allowing smoking in their casinos again yet. So I'll just keep you up to date on that. The next thing that I want to let you know about is really a big deal. Carnival Cruise Line has moved a whole bunch of their ships around. You might recall, has it been a whole month? I don't even think it's been a whole month. It's been a few weeks that they had to cancel their sailings out of Australia. And they brought the Carnival Splendor back here, and so she is going to be one of the ships that is going to be in play. But I think it's really exciting to note that as soon as the Alaska season opens, all of Carnival's ships will have started sailing again. So that is a really big mile marker for us in the restart of cruising, and so I thought that was really great information. I know that we have a lot of people here who love Princess, but I know an awful lot of us really enjoy sailing on Carnival as well. And so I'm just going to tell you these really quick because I think it's important to note that they really have not rearranged a bunch of itineraries. Those have remained a lot the same. They've announced some new itineraries, but the ones that were set and people have already purchased are the same. They are just shuffling a few ships. And so if you have chosen to go on a certain cruise because of the ship, listen to this and hopefully you can call and get maybe things rearranged and get on the ship that you would like to be on. So first of all, the Carnival Elation is going to move from Port Canaveral up to Jacksonville effective April 23rd until October 13th of 2022. The Carnival Freedom is going to be moving from Miami up to Port Canaveral and pick up those itineraries that were assigned to the Carnival Elation that I just told you was moving to Jacksonville. And that is going to be from April 21st of 2022 clear through October 15th of 2022. The Carnival Spirit will take over several sailings previously assigned to the Carnival Freedom, including, and this is important, the April 17th Carnival Journeys cruise from Miami through the Panama Canal clear up to Seattle. That's going to be an amazing cruise. If any of you are booked on that, you're going to have to tell us all about it because that sounds fabulous and we'd love to hear how it goes. So that will be the Carnival Spirit taking that. So then once she gets to the Seattle, the Carnival Spirit is going to have cruises to Alaska from May through September, and those itineraries have just opened up for sale. And so if you are interested in one of those itineraries, this is a really great time to look and see what you can pick up. If you want to, you can shoot me an email if you just want to know pricing or have any information or want me to help you book it. I can do that, or just do it however you usually do. But I think it's really exciting that they are offering more Alaska itineraries. The next thing that they said is the Carnival Splendor will then move, reposition to Seattle and operate Alaska sailings currently assigned to the Carnival Freedom. Okay, and then upon completion of the summer season in Alaska, get this, the Carnival Splendor will return to Australia with a new Journeys cruise from to Sydney, with a new Journeys cruise. It's going to be a Journeys cruise to Sydney, Australia that will be available to book soon. And I looked this morning and that one is not showing available yet, but I would expect it to open up any day now since they have announced it. But I think that's really exciting news for everybody in Alaska that the Carnival Splendor is going to be going back down to Australia because that's where she was, and then they brought her up here when it became clear that it wasn't going to work out to have sailings right now out of Australia. So that's really exciting. And then the last thing is the Carnival Spirit will sail the Carnival Journeys cruise back through the Panama Canal to Miami, and that was previously assigned to the Carnival Freedom. And so you've noticed probably that the Carnival Freedom is not doing the sailings that she was scheduled for. And I do keep my eye, and I always watch a lot of people's videos, but I watch Tony and Don, and yesterday Don was talking about he is wondering if the Carnival Freedom is going to show up sailing to Cuba again. So that's going to be kind of fun to see if he guessed right on that or not. I don't know, so we'll just wait and see. But I know that Cuba is on a lot of people's bucket list, and so it'll be really exciting if they're able to open some cruises to Cuba once again. So that's everything about Carnival. I think it's really exciting news, and I think it's so optimistic that they are adding another ship up and doing more itineraries to Alaska. I think I think it shows that they think that there is a lot of demand and that people are wanting to go up there. I read so many travel articles that so many people are talking about they are tired of staying home and they are ready to travel. And so it looks like we're going to have just a fabulous Alaska season this year, as well as really strong demand for cruising, and so this is great. So I wanted to let you know all of that. That is like all of the news for today, and then I have got some updates from some of the different cruise ships as well as just some really helpful tips for you. So first of all, the Emerald Princess left San Pedro a few days ago. I'm late telling you this, like 5 hours late because they were having trouble with one of the lifeboat lifts, and so she still got to Puerto Vallarta that on time though. And we've got a couple of people who are on that ship, and they have shared with us what's going on. So first of all, we have Donna. She was really kind. She said that they're on right now. The capacity is 3,080, and there are about 1,700 passengers on board. So a little more than half, but not a lot. And she said that they're having a wonderful time. They got to watch the Super Bowl, but she said it is really not crowded anywhere. She said they've got a second COVID test that they took, and that went perfectly smoothly. No problem with that. And then she just said that the food has been amazing. The service is amazing. Everything is fabulous. She's having a wonderful cruise. And then we also have Pat, and Pat shared how their day went to get on the Emerald Princess, and it didn't go very smoothly. Like, somebody woke them up, they were talking out in the hall on their phone for a long time, really loud, so it woke them up, and they needed to be up anyway by 4 to travel. And then they got to the airport, and they had to stand in the arrivals area there at LAX waiting for the Princess shuttle to come. They had to stand there for like 3 hours. Then they had to get to the ship, go through the extra testing, just everything. But I loved how they said that as soon as they got on the ship, everything was awesome again. And they just shared later on that it says, after my frustrations on embarkation day, this wonderful cruise on the Emerald Princess has more than made up for everything. The entertainment has been spectacular. The food has been delicious. We could not ask for better weather. It is great. And so I am really happy to hear that everything seems to be going really well on that Emerald Princess. And I am really excited to hear if they really do get to call in Cartagena, Colombia on the way home. But it sounds like whether they get to call there or not, they are having a fabulous cruise. So I just wanted to let you all know about that. This is kind of just a helpful thing for you. If the Medallion class app is having major problems right now, the little medallion that you get in the mail before you go on your cruise or you pick up at the port once you arrive is not having any troubles. But the Medallion class app itself that you use on your phone or that you use on your computer, just the little web version, is having major trouble. And the reason that I'm telling you this is maybe I'm hoping it will save some of you some frustration. Or if you go to open your app and it's not working, don't think that you're just the only one. Mine has worked perfectly. We have been on 3 cruises since the restart. We went in August and October and January, and it was just smooth. No problems. In the middle of that, I got a new phone in December, so that was before we went in January, and no trouble at all. And so the last few weeks, every time I try to look at my app, I can't. It just won't open. If I put in my username and go to put my password and click, it won't. It just doesn't go. And I can log in with my booking number, but it doesn't pull all of my information. And so finally, after a couple of weeks of this, I called Princess and said, can you help me? What's going on? And he looked and walked me through all this stuff, and he said, you know what, we are having major server problems. And he said, we've been having them for a few weeks. We anticipate having them for at least another week, if not longer, while they're trying to fix everything. And so I just wanted to let you know that if you're having trouble with it, don't let it get you down. If your app is not working, when you arrive at the port, you can go to the blue lane and get checked in, and everything will go smoothly. I just want to let you know that. I'm really hoping that by the time our next cruise rolls around at the beginning of May, it goes on May 2nd, round trip out of Vancouver. I'm really hoping that it's working by then, and surely by then it will hopefully work. But I find it a little unbelievable that it's not working now. But if it doesn't, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I'm just going to go to the blue lane. And so keep that in mind. I also have been trying to use the web version. And when I enter my booking number there, it just tells me to try again later. And I've been trying that for days, like over a week now. And so that doesn't seem to be working either. And I shared that with that guy, and he said, yeah, we're having a lot of trouble don't worry about it. And he also told me that I could go ahead, when I log in with my booking number for our cruise in May, it brings up only that cruise. It doesn't list the other cruises that we have booked. And he said if you want to, you can go ahead and upload all of your information again. But then once they fix the server issues, it's going to cause you problems again. It's not going to keep what you just uploaded and might cause trouble with what you had already uploaded. So I just wanted to tell you all this, the ins and outs of what I've been going through. In addition to that, my husband's app is working fine. So clearly his information is on a different server. If you don't know how this works, there are lots of servers that support things like this. And so if you have trouble with some of them, some people will have problems, but the people whose information is on another server won't. Alrighty, and the other thing that I wanted to remind everyone about is our Facebook group. It's called Let's Go Travel Tips. It's a Facebook group. You can join it. My husband will admit you. And what we do is we let people can upload photos from their cruises or their travels and also share their experiences. There's a wealth of knowledge there already. So many people are contributing a lot of really valuable information. So I wanted to let you know about that. There is way more being contributed there than I can really share in all of my videos. I'm just going to try to share a lot of highlights of things that I think are really urgent that is going to be super helpful for everyone. But if you would like to join us, we'd love to have you there. And I know so many of you have so much to share as well. So a big thank you to all of you who have contributed already. You take your time and keep us updated and share photos with us. There are spectacular photos. You all are amazing. So I just wanted to tell everyone to take a look there. And then I'm going to end with one question. I've got a question for our Let's Go family members, for one of our Let's Go family members. It says, has anyone taken the Sunset Catamaran cruise that is on St. Thomas or in Aruba, either one? We've got a Let's Go family member that is wondering about that Sunset Catamaran trip. It's an excursion, and if you could share what it was like or your experience with it, that would really help them out. And I think that it'll probably help lots of us out. So that's the question that we need answered today. I really appreciate all of you. I've got a lot of information that I will share with you again tomorrow as well. I'll be talking to you all again really soon. If you appreciate these videos, will you please give us a thumbs up, as that really helps us. I will be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.